The first ever landing of a fighter jet on the deck of indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant. In fact, the Made in India Tejas fighter lands on the deck of INS Vikrant. It's an important milestone achievement towards Atmanirbhar Bharat by the Indian Navy, which demonstrates India's capability to design and land fighter jets on the deck of a carrier. The naval variant of the light combat aircraft Tejas, called LCA Navy, made its maiden landing and takeoff from India's first indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant earlier today. We will, of course, get you the latest details and further details, in fact, on this. But the first ever landing of a fighter jet on the deck of indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant, and the Made in India Tejas fighter landed on the deck of INS Vikrant earlier today. Let's go across to my colleague Vishnu Shom, who joins us with the latest details. Vishnu, what can you share with us currently?
Well, this is a pleasant surprise, and it is symbolic in the sense that this particular variant of the Naval Tejas isn't ever going to be in operational service with the Indian Navy. But the fact that they've chosen to get it to land for the first ever landing of a fighter aircraft on the deck of India's indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant shows that it's a fairly versatile design, and it promises a lot for the future. In the future, a twin-engine variant of this Naval Tejas could in fact be part of squadron service in the Indian Navy. But I think it is symbolic, but it's important, this symbolism, that the first ever fixed-wing aircraft to land on the deck of the Made in India aircraft carrier Vikrant is the Made in India Tejas. It's been flown by Commodore Shivnath Dahiya. He's one of those who was part of the initial team which tested this aircraft on the other Indian aircraft carrier, that is the INS Vikramaditya. That, of course, was made in Russia. The Vikrant is made entirely in India. So it's been shown to be capable of landing and taking off from the deck of an aircraft carrier, which is extremely difficult, very, very different from landing on a runway. The runway, as it were, in an aircraft carrier is absolutely tiny, and the fighter aircraft actually deploys what's called an arrestor hook, which snags a wire on the deck of this very small airfield, you can call it that, or the deck of the aircraft carrier, which actually makes it stop from a high speed to absolutely zero in a matter of just seconds. So that's what makes it extremely difficult. It's akin to landing on what pilots call a postage stamp in the middle of the ocean. It's very, very difficult indeed, and the Tejas has done that.